Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 265. The album that I'll be reviewing this evening is LOX with their debut album, Money, Power, Respect, released in 1998. For those who know who the LOX are, they're a hip hop trio, which consists of 3 members. Excuse me, sorry, it's just 8. Styles P, Sheek Louch, and Jadakiss. Those are the 3 members of the group. They got this start back in the early to mid 90s. They were known as the Warlocks. Their first appearance on Wax was on a song called Set It Off, which was featured on Main Source's second album, Fuck What You Think, that came out in 1994. So I'm still trying to get my hands on, but that one tends to go for a lot of money. It's always been expensive and hard to come by. That's why Lost Professor left the group and put himself. And Mikey D from the LA Posse replaced Lost Professor, but he still had Sir Scratch and K Cut. That being said, they were featured on a song called Set It Off, which I'll put down in the description box. And then, Mary J. Blige caught wind of them because they're both from Yonkers. They all of them from Yonkers, had a liking to them. She got a hold of their demo tape. And, at that time, she was dealing with Puff, with Bad Boy Records, especially with the first 2 albums being What's the 411 and, My Life, which to me are 5 of my classics, in my opinion. Not saying that Mary J. Blige was part of Bad Boy, but she had business dealings with them, working with Puff and, Chucky Thompson, recipes to him, things of that nature. Excuse me. So with that being said, so in 1996, because of that demo tape, they ended up getting signed by Puff, and then they're featured on songs like 24 Hours to Live, that song Honey with Mariah Carey, things like that. So you know how I get down. Get into the album. All right. So you got Sheek Louch right here, got Jadakiss and Styles P. Alright. The album's small on 3 singles. The singles are If You Think I'm Jiggy, Money, Power, and Respect, and We'll Always Love Big Papa. Those are the 3 singles. Alright. So that's what the album looks like. See them too, so all 3 of them, pretty dope. Kinda has like that, Usual Suspects kind of look to it, you know what I mean? Show the back. Them chilling, like on some Usual Suspect shit. Dope shit. Sorry about that. Kind of like a more animated version of that. Album cover, pretty cool. Like on some like comic book shit. Ain't nothing too crazy. They got them 3 right there. Look like they got fucking spray painted gold or some shit. Like what the fuck? Crazy. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright. Got the shout outs and thank yous. Open it up, then you got the track list and the credits and all that good stuff. Pretty cool picture. Alright. Alright, nothing too crazy. Now, let's get into the producers and the features. First, we're going to start with the features. Features on this album are DMX and Lil' Kim, recipes of DMX, Dark Man X, Carl Thomas, let's see what else, Puff Daddy or Diddy, whatever you want to call him, or Love, and crazy ass nigga, Kelly Price. Those are the singles of the album. Now we got, let's get into the producers of the album. Derek D. Angeletti. He did a dope interview with Math Hoffa off the My Expert Opinion. I just finished watching that the other day. Dope shit. Dope interview. A lot of gems in that video. I highly recommend checking that out. You got Diddy, of course. You got Young Lord. Shout out to Young Lord. I actually have his the Red Book Masters album that he dropped back in like '99. I think it was like more of an underground release, but like he had like some like more boom bap type of shit. And he had like the the Bad Boy-esque type of stuff. But it's a pretty good album. It's like a producer album. Kind of hard to find, but if you could get your hands on it, definitely get it. Highly recommend it. Late 90s shit. D-Dot I mentioned before, Amin Ra. D-Dot and Amin Ra was actually featured on, well, they were a group, they were called Two Kings in the Cypher. They had an album called From Projects to Pyramids that came out in 91. I always meant to pick it up, but I never did. I know that album usually goes for a little bit of money online, but I definitely want to get my hands on that. Puffy I mentioned before, J-Dub, Dan Grease, Nasheem Merrick, another dope underrated producer. 6 July Brody, Carlos 6 July Brody, I mentioned him before, dope producer as well. Amin Ra, mentioned before. Dan Grease, I mentioned before. Chucky Thompson, recipes to him. D-Dot, I mentioned before. Swiss Beats, Amin Ra, I mentioned before. PK, PK Killer. And those are the producers of the album, alright? Now I get down, I'm going to go through some of the tracks. Before I start, I'm going to get a swig of water so I can clear my throat. Alright. Now, let's get into the first album, or the first track rather. Yonkers Tale intro. It's D-Dot, he does the narration. It's pretty much him, it's like a take on the Bronx Tale, the intro, the theme song of Bronx Tale, but it's playing on with Yonkers. That's pretty much it. He's just breaking down the what streets get the livest, the livest streets, that kind of thing. So that was pretty cool. All right, and then D-Dot, he does like pretty much all the interludes on the album. So that's how to bring that up. All right, so that was track 1, Yonkers Tales. Track 2, Living the Life. Dope way to start the album. That was pretty dope. That was produced by Young Lord and Diddy. Dope track. I like the line by Jada where he says, "I swear under oath, no bullshit will end any lock take, cause we stop drama like any lock breaks. High stakes politics, pies and cakes. Real niggas do dirt, tells lies, then skate. Fire." Dope shit right there. That's one thing. Jada, he always had, the dope lines. He always had the dope punchlines. So I threw it out there. So that was track 2, Living the Life. Track 3, If You Think I'm Jiggy. That was the second single of the album. I remember years ago when I first heard that song, I did not like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't really care for the beat. I thought it was kind of corny. But then, in retrospect, going back, visiting the song later on in life as I got older, I actually have a liking to the song now. I like the beat. It sounds dope. It has a kind of like a dark nighttime in the club type of vibe. It has a dark feel to it, but it's upbeat, if that makes sense. I really enjoyed that. Like I said, that was the second single of the album. I like the line by Styles P when he said Blue 2 and she said it was a choice. Like my voice, my thug style made her cat moist. Woo, fire. Dope shit. So that was track 3, If You Think I'm Jiggy. Track 4, The Interview, Part 1, Interlude. It's just them being interviewed, just talking about how we have the respect, but we're just trying to get the money and the power, and that will come. But we already have the respect. Both the mainstream and the underground fuck with them. It's pretty much what they're saying. Just paraphrasing what Jada said in the interview, but I thought it was dope. All right. So now we're gonna go with track 5, Money, Power, and Respect, which was the third and final single of the album. Featured DMX and Lil' Kim. Dope song right there. I like the line by Styles P when he said, 2 personalities, check the posture, smoke out the mouth, flare out the nostrils. Think of death, then life seems scary. I'm passing graveyard, saying people Hail Mary. Fucking dope. Jadakiss when he says, nothing but the hotness whenever we drop this. Monotony for y'all to keep hating because y'all never gonna stop us. We keep my rock spotless, my hoes topless. Take time to try to figure out who the locks is. Fear no one. Kick rounds like shotguns. You're scared of blow one. Get robbed with your own gun. Woo! Killed that. The flow on that shit is so dope. I love that. So that was track 5, Money, Power, Respect. Like I said, it's the third and final single of the album. They all did their thing, but Timmy Styles and Jada, to me, fucking murdered that shit. Then we got track 6, Get This Money. That was produced by J-Dub and Diddy. Dope track right there. Uses the same Dollar Loose, the Luke Donaldson sample. Everybody's used that before. I like this. I like the line by Styles when he says, I'll make you a delivery, hide in the clubs, getting brain from a diva, leaving with a visa, black Cadillac, nothing with a gold, like riding with an old geezer with 10 different hustles, so every foe sees us. Dope shit right there. Yeah, dope shit. So that was track 6. Get This Money. Let's get to the other page. Now we got track 7. Let's Start Rap Over featuring Carl Thomas. That was produced by Dane Grease. I thought it was an okay track. I didn't really care for that song too much. I didn't like the beat. The beat was kind of weak, from Dane Grease, but that's just my personal opinion. That's the song I usually skip over. Then we got track 8, Mad Rapper. Mad Rapper, which is D Dot's Mad alias, his alter ego. And it's just him, just if you listen to Kicking the Door by Biggie, you guys know that, he talks about, yo, my shit John Blaze, man, like that shit, I'm better than niggas, that kind of thing. He's just pretty much saying like how I'm hot, I'm the hottest thing in the street, but the locks they taking over, what makes them good, I'm better, that kind of thing. Just Mad Rapper doing his, his spiel, his rants like he usually do, that kind of thing. I do have his album, I'm Mad. I think it's called. It came out in '99. I do have that. It wasn't too bad of an album. I do have that. I might do a review on that someday. Just gotta find it, but I do have it. So yeah, Mad Rapper interlude. Cool shit right there. Track 9, I Wanna Thank You. Featuring I believe that was featuring Kelly Price. Dope beat by Nasheem Merrick. Fucking dope. One of my favorite tracks of the album. I like the line by Styles P when he says, worthless when they worship what you purchase. They only see ice, not me. Under the surface, what's the purpose? I just go my way, know my way till bullets blow my way. Woo! Kill that shit. So pretty much what I got from that line is that people only see the glitz in them. Sorry about that. Yeah, so what he's saying is that the people only see the glitz and the glamour, but they don't really know him as a person. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of look past that, and that's pretty much what he talks about. So I thought it was pretty cool, because that's definitely relatable, because if you was that dude, and you wasn't that dude, everything, the fame and all that, would they take away from you, would they still fuck with you? So you could definitely relate to that, so that kind of thing. So that was track 9. I Want to Thank You. Dope shit. That should have been a video, personally, in my personal opinion. Track 10, Gonna Be Some Shit. That was actually a Sheek Louch solo track that was produced by Carlos 6 July Brody and Nasheem Merrick. It was a decent track. I just wasn't crazy about the beat, you know what I mean? So it's just, it didn't really do much for me. For me, the beat has to be dope, just for me personally, than the lyrics. But that's just me personally. So track 10, Gonna Be Some Shit featuring it was a Sheek Louch solo track. Then we got track 11, The Heist Part 1, another one of my favorite tracks as well. That was produced by Ollie and Diddy. Jadakiss recorded a body with that shit. I like the line when he says, "This is real life, this ain't no TV show. Word up, blacked out with the max out. Enough clips to shoot. Four duffers are full of loot. 22 Dillinger a piece for the boot. Couple of bombs, remote for the alarms." Whew, kill that shit. That shit was dope. So that was track 11, The Heist. Track 12, Not to Be Fucked With. It's another dope track. That was a Styles P solo track. Fucking killed that shit. Also one of my favorite tracks of the album. I like the line when he says, "Burn up the flame, burn them in one game. Tell oxygen not to hop it in. But he a little time nigga. I ain't thinking of stopping him. Catch up first. You strapped up. You straightened up worse than them. Been experts and did less work than them. With no album. We net worth more than them." Yeah, that was dope. I like that shit right there. So that was on track 12. Not to be fucked with. Track 13, The Setup. The Setup is pretty much is an interlude. It's just pretty much a dude calling his girl. Yeah, he got word that like the Locks, they about to go to this bar, whatever, this lounge or whatever the case may be, and so he's calling his girl to line them up. To get him and his homegirls to meet up with them, act like groupies, and to kind of line them up and that kind of shit. So that's what I got from that. You know what I'm saying? Because the girl and his girl, he was like, oh, be on some groupie shit. But the mission is to pretty much line them up. So that's what I got with that. So that was that right there. Track 14, Bitches from Eastwick, is pretty much a follow of the setup interlude, dope track. It's pretty much talks about Jadakiss. It's like 3 different stories, but it coincides with each other because it's pretty much the same story. So pretty much, first verse I believe it was Jadakiss. He meets with this girl, that kind of thing. It's like one of those things like it's too good to be true, but then he finds out she's kind of scandalous, that kind of thing. Guy robbed him, and then the second verse, Sheek Louch meets with this other chick, which was part of, like I said, that whole crew of his homegirls, or the homies' homegirls that trying to line him up. They met with each other. They fucked, whatever the case may be. They did smashing, whatever the case may be. He found a letter or a note saying you got robbed. I took all your shit. I'm in a different part of the world, that kind of thing. Part of the country, rather. And Styles P pretty much is the cleanup man. He came, pretty much in the third verse. He's pretty much like the cleanup man. He pretty much had to take a vengeance for his brothers for what happened. Pretty much murked all of them, that kind of thing. So that's pretty much was dope. And that was pretty much the song Bitches from Eastwick. So I thought that was dope. One of my favorite tracks off the album too as well. Dope sample that song, the Isaac Hayes sample, so that was pretty dope. Alright. Next track, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, featuring D-Dot. Produced by D-Dot and Diddy. Definitely not one of my favorite tracks. Could have done without that song, honestly. It's okay. I really like it, honestly. Track 16, All for the Love. That was a Jadakiss solo track. Dope shit, one of my favorite tracks as well. Produced by Swizz Beatz. Excuse me. The beat definitely sounds ahead of its time. It definitely sounds like something that could have been on Rough Riders Volume 1 or Volume 2, or the later Rough Riders shit. It definitely doesn't sound from 97, 98, but definitely sounds ahead of its time. Jada, he caught a body with this shit. I like the line when he said, each is another so-and-so trying to flow, going broke. You trying to buy property, set up for growing coke. Niggas making a movie so I came to edit, wiping everybody out right before the credits. Fucking dope. Like I said, the beat, when you listen to it, it doesn't sound from 98. It sounds from it was made in 2000 or some shit like that. But it was dope. Love that shit. Track 17, So Right, featuring Kelly Price. That's produced by Diddy and Amin Ra. I didn't really like that song. Could have done without that. I didn't like the beat. It definitely sounded like something that would be more suited for Mace personally. But yeah, I could have done without that. Could have been on a Harlem or whatever. I have to get that album, but eventually I will. So I don't really care for that too much. So could have done without that song. Track 8, The Snitch, interlude. Pretty much The Snitch, he's trying to he gets caught by the cops or whatever the case may be, and then he sends information to them, or the dude that they're trying to get to the lives, trying to kill him, whatever the case may be, get up the information, that kind of thing, and things of that nature. And then it follows with the song 19, Everybody Wanna Rap, none of my favorite tracks. That was produced by P Killer Tracks. Dope shit right there. One of my favorite tracks. Like I said, they're talking about how snitching is at an all-time high, which is happening even to this day, especially with these rappers these days. Pretty much saying you gotta be on your P's and Q's. That's pretty much what I get from that track. I like the line by Sheek when he says, niggas talk to the feds like it's a sport. Lord forbid the head nigga get caught. Love that. Styles P when he says, Money came between us. Know you seen us. Move like teams in the Beamers. Get blacked down and hit the cleaners. Fucking killed that. Jadakiss, when he said, fuck calling his bluff, they made him put his cards up. Your hands, wrists, and neck was rocked up. Now 23 hours a day, you locked up. Your girl, she out in the world knocked up by some cat you supposed that shot up. Yeah. So fucking true, man. Like, you know, that street shit, man, like, shit ain't worth it, man. Not worth it at all. Alright, then we got an interview, part 2. Pretty much talked about what the LOX stands for, which means living off experience, which I should have mentioned in the beginning of the video. So that was that. And track 21, we always love Big Papa. I'm gonna keep it real. I never liked this song. I never liked the beat. I thought the beat was kind of corny. We love Big Papa. Like, oh god, like, you know, like when you have children in the chorus, it's very cringeworthy. It gets done. It's if it's executed right, okay. Like Nas, I know I can. That was dope, but this I can't. It's like really annoying. But I do like the line. Obviously the song is a dedication to you know, Biggie, because, you know, he died back in '97. But I do like the line by Jada when he says, "People seem to get lost and blow things out of proportion. Life is worth more than the coffin. I need answers. They better be the truth. Hurts like a bad tooth. We losing mad youths." Yeah, dope shit. Dope shit. Dope line right there. Because, you know, Biggie, I think he was 24 when he died, and Pac was 25, I believe. Yeah. Overall, I think it's a dope album. Is it a classic? No. I think it's very underrated. I know a lot of people over the years have kind of slept on this album, kind of hate on this album because of their affiliation with Bad Boy Records. When you listen to the album, they're not on that jiggy shit. I mean, they are kind of, but not as heavy. They're more. What I mean by that is more like the production. Some of the songs like "Can't Stop, Won't Stop" and, you know, songs like that, "So Right," and, you know, songs like that. Gonna Be Some Shit, you know, songs like that. You know, I could have done without those, but other than that, all the songs has like that, you know, that gritty. The album's a little bit more gritty. You know, it's like more sample based compared to the later albums and stuff like that. It got some shit, man. I wouldn't sleep on it. You know what I mean? I mean, Jada's still with the you know, with the lyrical, you know, the punchlines. Styles P was second. Like around this time, Jada was that dude, and then later on, Styles P started becoming that dude, and then Sheek Louch. I feel like with Sheek Louch, he wasn't strong yet. He was still wet behind the ears. It wasn't until like later on in his career he gotten better, in my opinion. But yeah, man. Overall, I think it's a dope album. Underrated. Gets a lot of hate, in my opinion. I don't know why. Again, I think it's because they were under Bad Boy Records and stuff like that. And, you know, granted, like I said, some of the songs that I mentioned before, I didn't really care for the beat. But if you took those away and then you just leave the songs that I like, I think it would have been dope. I think it would have been fared better, in my personal opinion. But yeah, definitely check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely stay tuned for more. I definitely will be reviewing We Are the Streets, the second album from 2000. Definitely stay tuned for that. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.